Welcome to our program on Kardec Radio.
Hello, beloved friends. Welcome to Kardec Radio's Divine Loss program yet again. We feel blessed to be gathered together for the good as we study the very laws that govern not only this life, but many other lives to come, as they are divine, immortal, and therefore universal in nature. So, tonight, the focus of our attention will be on question 1004 of the Spirit's Book by Allan Kardec. We shall now, beloved friends, feeling the presence of the beloved mentors who have prepared this moment for us, read the question followed by the answer provided by the illuminated spirits. Afterwards, we shall engage in a moment of therapeutic reflection and end these moments with thoughts of gratitude to God always. So thank you, Slavic, and thank you everyone for joining us, whether live or on demand. Let us then begin by reading question 1004 of the Spirit's Book together, shall we? In this question, Kardec asks, what determines the duration of the suffering of the guilty? Excellent question. The illuminated answer by the spirits working under the governance of the earth is the length of time required for their improvement, since the state of suffering or happiness is in proportion to a spirit's purest a spirit's degree of purification. The duration and nature of its sufferings depend on the time it takes to improve itself. As the spirit progresses and its sentiments become pure, its suffering diminishes and is changed to the same extent. And this illuminated answer is provided by the Spirit of St. Louis. So, beloved friends, this answer is very empowering and merciful. Empowering because it teaches us that our suffering shall come to an end. Yes, no suffering is eternal. The second reason why this answer is so empowering to you and I is that the length is because the length of our suffering, St. Louis explains, depends upon our very own improvement or spiritual progress. So it's beautiful to know that the length of our suffering depends on us. This is very empowering. And the key to no longer suffer is to improve oneself. So the question for us, right, Gabriel Inácio? Thank you for joining us, dear friend. So the question for us tonight is, how shall we improve ourselves? We learn in Spiritism that in order to improve ourselves, we need to engage in self-transformation. This is an inner work. How shall we engage in self-transformation? First, we need to get to know ourselves, our tendencies. How do we study our tendencies? Through our most common thoughts and feelings. Once we come to understand our tendencies, then we can do a further inner analysis to come to also understand the virtues which we have reincarnated to acquire in this lifetime. So, for example, if one of our thought patterns and feelings that are most recurrent in this reincarnation is, for instance, we are not good enough, then one of the possible virtues that we have come in this reincarnation to acquire is that of valuing life. So we are here to learn to commune with God and to come to understand that we are good enough simply and first and foremost because we are children of God. So we are reincarnated, you and I, all of us, to improve ourselves by transforming our inner landscape by learning the new and by no longer asking, for instance, why is this happening to us? Instead, we are going to ask, what is the lesson that this situation or this person is teaching us? How can we be useful in the name of God in this situation? What is the good in this situation? So, we who have been blessed with Spiritism, beloved friends, have the unique opportunity to search for the blessed lessons in each relationship and each circumstance in our lives. Now we have the key that unlocks our understanding, bringing it to a divine level. Now we know through the answer of the Spirit St. Louis that you and I are reincarnated for the sole purpose of improving ourselves. And we improve ourselves by getting to know ourselves. First of all, awareness. Second, by learning the new, so there's self transformation. And third, by acquiring new virtues, so we can develop stronger moral muscles. So, this, beloved friends, shall be our exercise for today. We shall revisit our inner landscape to identify our most common thoughts and patterns, and identify as well what might be a particular virtue that we are reincarnated to acquire in order for this pattern to be transformed for the better and thus allow for us to evolve, progress spiritually. So let us illustrate with an example. If we have a particular group of people in our lives that we say, quote unquote, push our buttons, instead of focusing on the self, we are being invited then to shift and think of others. If we no longer think about how we feel and prioritize our needs, we can instead pray for the people that push our buttons. As we pray for the people that push our buttons, quote unquote, we develop better understanding. The mentors that accompany us provide us with patience. The mentors that accompany us provide us with vibrations of compassion. And then instead of battling one another, we are then able to begin our journey towards becoming peacemakers. As we begin our journey towards becoming conscious peacemakers, then our suffering ends. So, in a scale from 0 to 10, how good are we, beloved friends, at thinking of the needs of others? Because the more we think about the needs of others rather than our own, the less we will suffer. Let us make the conscious choice then tonight to think of others more within the next 24 hours and seek for a pattern inside of us that can be transformed by our making an effort to make ourselves more useful to the general good. One beautiful way of making ourselves more useful to the general good and shift focus from the self to others is that of prayer. So let us all embrace the gift of the new day that is to come and renew ourselves in our disposition so we can improve and so that sufferings are no longer inside of us as we consciously transform problems into solutions and blessings. Shall we? Thank you, beloved friends, for the opportunity to strengthen our moral muscles together. It is a blessing to be here with you, Slavic. Thank you. With you, Gabriel Inácio. Thank you so much. And with everyone that has joined us either live or on demand. Thank you so much, and we look forward to being together again next time. In the meantime, we know it. Let us stay tuned right here to Kardec Radio, where we are always nourishing our souls. Bye for now, dear friends, and many blessings.